Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking live, Williams Grove Speedway. Here in the beautiful countryside of Pennsylvania, Robbie Buckner, we've got some Thursday night winged action coming your way, the 360 sprint cars of the Ram Series. You ready for this?
Oh, dude, we're we're in sprint car country now, man. You got to be ready for it at Williams Grove.
Qualifying already underway as you see Eric Tupper, the Rocky Top Outlaw. As I pull up the ticker here, going to be on top of the ticker right now. You got Brett Rolls, Christopher Lewis out there in the 28 car. Going to see if they can knock the Rocky Top Outlaw off the top of the mountain. Torn Shirt, Shane Kelly. Brett Rolls going to go to second ahead of Torn Shirts and Shane Kelly. Got Charles Hayes, the third out of New York, currently rounding out your top five. Christopher Lewis going to be at the other end of the running order, though, Robbie, currently sitting ninth.
Yeah, definitely. Not the lap he was looking for, but that's why we have the heat races, a chance to improve yourself.
Oh, out on the track now, you've got the 24 car, Trevor Shakin Baker, out of the Midwest Racing Development Stable. We'll go on board with him, show you a lap around. Throttle control, as always, on the front wing. Robbie, I find it interesting all the time, the little reminders these drivers put on these wings to, you know, give themselves that little reminder. I know I've got one on the dash of the street stock. So Trevor Baker, no different, and little throttle control is going to be the key to get around this place tonight once it slicks off.
Yeah, most definitely. You got to make sure that you're patient with the throttle around here and make sure that you keep everything going in the direction you need it to. You use too much throttle, get too sideways, it'll slow you way, way down here.
Trevor Baker out there with the 099 car. That is Triton Temple out of Texas. Don't mess with Texas. Good looking sprint car there, Robbie. The Lone Star State represented well.
Like they say, man, the stars at night are big and bright. On that sprint car here at Williams Grove, definitely can't forget that car when you see it.
Joey Lamb out there in an unusual look for Joey. Got the black and red Jack Daniels number 7 ride on the 81 car. Joey making his first start with the 360 sprint cars here late in the season, Rob.
Yeah, Joey's not a big fan of the sprint cars, but he likes to get out there messing in the mud and messing in the dirt, so he could only resist it for so long.
Well, I saw a social media release from Joey Lamb Racing today that said, hey, who don't like to see Joey wad up a sprint car? So we're going to see what he can do here with these guys tonight. As you've got the 68 car of Ronald Piles out there as well, the driver out of Virginia. Robbie, this guy's been impressive pretty much the whole tour. Season's winding down, or the season's winding down though, and running out of chances to put a name in the winners column.
Yeah, most definitely. Right now, we only have 3 winners so far this season. You know, Shane Showtime Kelly won our very first race of the year. Then the Rocky Top Outlaw, Eric Tupper, went on a tear there, won 3 in a row. And now Torn Top Shelf Shirts has won the last 2. So 3 winners so far this season, but it's been very competitive all the way through and through. And still waiting to see if one of our really big hitters I hadn't seen last week, and I'm not seeing him again this week.
Well, here we go. One guy you are seeing, that's the Ghostbusters ride. Curtis Kelly in the 75 out of Virginia, taking his laps as Ronald Piles going to put that thing 7th on the board right now. Everybody still trying to knock Eric Tupper, the Rocky Top Outlaw, off the top of the board here at Williams Grove. Curtis Kelly going to work down the front straightaway past the start-finish line. There's the number 10 car, Robbie. Another guy that we haven't seen run these to date so far this year in the Title Brewing Company sponsored car. That's Frank Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's good to see Frank out here tonight. Big things happening for Frank and other series, so good to see him out here in a sprint car tonight. But tell you what, did you see what was written on the inside wing of Shane Kelly's car?
I did not. I know I've seen it. Unless he's changed it, I've seen it before. So we're definitely going to get a look at it as you see Frank continue on here. He's joined out there by the 23 car, Joseph Halsey out of the Midwest region. Joseph had quite a tough run of things so far in the sprint car side of things. Maybe not had the runs that he would hope for, Robbie, but you know, anything can happen here tonight at the Grove, as this thing always produces excitement.
Yeah, the Grove definitely ratchets up the intensity, and Joseph Halsey is one of those drivers that's been here week in, week out, and I tell you, if it wasn't for bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. But he's doing a heck of a job right now in his qualifying effort, trying to get that car under control. Looks like it's fighting him the whole way out of the corner.
Well, there's the other half of Joey Lamb Racing. Well, actually, the other third of Joey Lamb Racing. You got 3 Joey Lamb cars in attendance tonight with Frank Gonzalez, but there's Blake Heather in the matching Jack Daniels car. Good looking ride for Heather here. Interesting note, Heather's also going to be your head race official in control tonight in the absence of Kyle Ramsey. As you see Heather work down the back straightaway, Robbie, there's that opening in the wall, the one that we always say at the pre-race show. Watch out for that opening because it will snake up and bite you.
Yeah, here at Williams Grove, you got to watch for the opening and watch for that bridge right there as well. That bridge will get you if you're not careful.
Well, you see Robbie out there live in the chat. Man, drop us a line. Let us know where you've tuned in from, how your week's been as we cap it off here Backwards Hat Productions. As I tell you what, Rob, looks like Eric Tupper is going to be the Quick Time Award winner of the night. The Rocky Top Outlaw winning the Quick Time Award, as always, sponsored by Midwest Power Source Incorporated. Would you go ahead and get a word with him?
Alrighty.
On this track.
Eric Tupper, the Rocky Top Outlaw, Robbie Buckner in the Backwards Hat production booth. Got a copy, bud?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Well, brother, back on top of the board this week with an 18.993. Tell us about your lap, brother.
Well, I knew I had to get out early on in the qualifying so that I could still have some of the bottom left because it was getting away there quick. And a couple of the guys I know like the bottom, like Charlie Hayes, he likes the bottom. I was worried about Torrin on the top, though, because he was able to figure the top out last week at USA, but he set a good time. Just tried to stay smooth and stay in the tacky stuff, so I had a good run off the corner each time.
Well, heck yeah, brother. You know, the big question coming in tonight is, can the Rocky Top Outlaw climb back to the top of the mountain? Well, so far, you are a Midwest Power Source Quick Time Award winner. Is that a good omen for the rest of the night for you?
I don't know. Last week we saw Brett forget to put fuel in his car, and he wound up ending his night pretty quickly. But hopefully I won't have the same luck here, and I can pull off a heat win and have a good start.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, best of luck to you tonight, and we'll look forward to hopefully talking to you after your heat race here.
All right, thank you very much.
Well, once again, that was your Midwest Power Source Incorporated Quick Time Award winner, Eric Tupper. As we get a look, we're going to run down here, take a look at the schedule, what's left tonight. I'll take the ticker back down for just a second. There you see it, folks. We're here at Williams Grove tonight. 3 weeks left, including tonight. And then next week, we're headed off to Knoxville, Iowa. Robbie, 40 laps at one of the most famed tracks around, you know, home of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame there, the Knoxville Speedway. And then we're going to end the season on a strong note and crown us a champion for the 360 sprint cars at the Volusia Speedway.
Yeah, it's definitely getting down to crunch time. Like you said, 2 races to go after this, famed Knoxville and then famed Volusia. So should be good to see. Knoxville's going to be another tight track, sort of like what you're experiencing here tonight at Williams Grove. A little more room in Knoxville than Williams Grove, but not a lot. But once you get to Volusia, it's basically wide open all the way around that track.
Well, on the Sunday night side of things, Robbie, you missed a barn burn at Irwindale last Sunday night, but going to be at Concord for 50 laps this upcoming week, and then this upcoming Sunday night, and then we're going to end it with twin 40s at the Thompson Speedway. So a lot of exciting action in the next few weeks to come, you know, here with these 2 Ram series, and a lot of things still to be decided in the points side of things.
Yeah, still a lot to be decided. I know the late model series points battle is getting tighter and tighter week in, week out, and those twin races at the end are really going to go a long way towards deciding their champion. But here in the Russell Brown Race Car 360s, we definitely got a tight battle as well.
Well, I tell you what, Robbie, not to put you on the spot again, but why don't you get a quick word with last week's winner here? See how he's feeling coming into tonight.
All right. Torn top shelf shirts. Robbie Butner, Backwards Hat Production Booth. Got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir.
Well, brother, are we going to run the top again tonight and take it to him, or what's the plan?
Well, that's the plan. 3 and 4 is sketchier than I'll get out yet again, but even worse than last week, so we'll see if I can keep it up there.
Well, I know last week you talked about it being sketchy up on the top side, but you were still able to wheel that thing around the top. So I believe when you say it's sketchy, for everyone else, stay away from it, but I believe you can handle it.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. I mean, I ran that qualifying lap way up top, so hopefully I can keep it up there and stay where they're not, and maybe I'll work my way up to the front.
Well, heck yeah, brother. You know, you come in tonight tied for the most wins in the series so far between you and Eric Tupper, the Rocky Top Outlaw. Should be exciting to see which one of you can get that third win first.
Absolutely. Or I'd like to see my buddy Trevor here get his first win. That'd be cool too.
Heck yeah, definitely love to see old Shakin' Baker possibly get him a win. That'll be 3 Midwest development cars with wins this year. So best of luck to you guys, and we'll let you get ready for your heat race.
Appreciate it.
Once again, that was last week's winner, Torn Shirts. As cars begin to roll out now, you'll see the 115 of Eric Tupper going to be your pole sitter, virtue of winning the Quick Time Award here. Before we get too far in, we'll take a look at last week's winner picture. There it is, Torn Shirts, last week's winner. Fast Time was held, or the Quick Time Award last week held by Brett Rolls. And Hard Charger Thomas Meadows. So a lot of action we saw last week. Just wanted to bring that up for just a second. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. You may be hearing the little more mellowness in my voice tonight as I work through an illness that I've had with me most of the week. So trying to get over it. Nonetheless, we are here Thursday night and ready to watch some racing action. West Virginia Racing qualifying P7 tonight out of Ohio. Rocky Battenfield, what's the point standings look like? Glad you brought it up, man, as we're going to take a look at it real quick. Eric Tupper, he's on the pole now. Heat number 1, you see him there. Charles Hayes, you're going to see later in action. And then you've got Chris Lewis, Torn Shirts, Brett Rolls rounding out your top 5. We'll take another look at it again in between the heat races. But, Robbie, I'm going to let you get the call out to start heat number 1.
Well, heck yeah. Rocky Top Outlaw on the inside as we come off of turn 4, looking for the green flag. Flagman has it in his hands. And we are underway. But it looks like Tupper doesn't get the start he wants. And Baker on the outside is going to have a good run going on into turn number 1.
Torn Shirts, Eric Tupper going to go side by side through turn number 1 now. As you see the 14 car, Braden Mickey, going to make a run to the bottom of Tupper. Not going to quite get there. Torn Shirts back around the outside. Lap 1, heat 1 is complete. And so far, it's all the Rocky Top Outlaw.
Yeah, he's starting to stretch his legs a little bit here over Torn, but Torn isn't going to let him get too far away. But at the same time, don't give up on Braden Mickley as he's down on the inside of Torn as they come out of turn number 4.
Coming to complete the second lap here at the Grove. It's all the 115 so far as the Rocky Top Outlaw has control of the lead. There's Braden Mickey. Going to make another run to the inside of Torn Shirts. They almost touch out of turn 4.
Yeah, that's close racing right there. When these sprint cars, the last thing you want to do, though, is touch wheels. These cars get way out of control whenever you touch wheels in them. But Torn and Mickey are doing a great job of battling as they go down the backstretch into turns 3. Torn goes to the high side. Mickey down on the bottom. Mickey's going to wheel it off the bottom. Hopefully, no, Torn's going to hold it off.
Side by side, all this happening behind race leader Eric Tupper. As here comes Mickey once again, going to look for the slide job. Not going to quite get it. They'll go into 3 and 4 laps winding down. Heat race number 1, and you're watching a doozy.
Mickey's right there on his bumper. Mickey got a little close, had to back out of it. That's got his car a little upset, but he's going to regroup, regather, go to the high side, and try and run back down.
Meanwhile, here's a look on board of the 33 Torn Shirts out of the Plains region. Midwest Racing Development, Smooth Criminal, also Top Shelf, whatever you want to call him, right now running second. Robbie, second place, all important, as that's going to get you into the pole sitter shuffle.
Yeah, you definitely want to finish top 2 to make that pole sitter shuffle, but right now, though, Mickey wants what Torn has, and he's not giving up.
Here we go. They're going to come off turn number 4 once again. Little further back in the pack, you've got Curtis Kelly in the Ghostbusters ride doing battle with the 099 of Torrin Temple. But all the action so far right up here around this second place. Oh! Torrin got it. Here we go. We're going to see if he goes back for it. Oh, he's going to collect the inside wall this time. Rough break as he had it on cruise control. Mickey's going to go by for second. Torrin's going to drive it off in there really deep on the top side that time. Makes a little contact going in. Right up against the wall getting in.
At this moment.
Trying to run down Braden Mickey. Does he have anything for him? Back to the high side goes Shirts.
That's going to do it, I believe.
That does it indeed. Braden Mickey going to hold on and go to the pole sitters. Oh! Oh! I don't think Trayton Temple realized that they were coming to a stop there. But nonetheless, good run for the Rocky Top Outlaw. Going to pick up another heat race win. And newcomer Braden Mickey going to get around Torrin Shirts with a few laps to go. Punches his ticket to the pole sitter shuffle.
Good job by him. But I tell you, though, Torrin is definitely one of the few people, though, that's willing to go up there on the high side. And he wasn't lying. Turns 3 and 4 are real treacherous. Turn 3 is what's going to end up biting him in this heat race.
Well, here we go, folks. You asked for it. We'll take a look at him again one more time while they get the lineup figured out. Right now, Eric Tupper going to add to the commanding points lead with another heat race win here. Charles Hayes going to be up in action a little bit later, as well as Christopher Lewis. There you see Torrin Shirts. Comes in 235, trailing Eric Tupper's 304. A little further back, you've got Brett Rolls, Shane Kelly, Jared Burba, Alex Bridger, Halsey, Tyler Gray going to round out your top 10. As things starting to shape up, Robbie.
Yeah, it's starting to get real interesting here as we get through. You know, you got we had 5 races already in this 8-race season. And like I said, we got 3 winners: Tupper with 2, Torrin with 2, Kelly with 1, and Charles Hayes is just Hayes has another solid one. Torrin can definitely, or not Torrin, but Tupper can definitely fall back into his grasp.
Ronald Piles out there, nothing like a little dirt therapy to cure an illness. You are not lying there. As like I said, no place I'd rather be on a Thursday night. Just you are going to have to excuse me just a little bit, as that I do have an illness that is it prevents some of the excitement in the voice. Having to keep it a little more mellow tonight, but nonetheless excited to be here with Robbie Buckner once again on a Thursday night. Backwards Hat Productions and our coverage of Wing Thursdays with a Ram series.
Heck yeah, Rocky says he's going to be there next week at Knoxville and see what he can do.
Want to mention that? Go ahead.
If Rocky's anywhere as good in the sprint car as he is in the street stocks and the other races we ran with him the other night, I think Rocky, you're going to do just fine.
Well, we want to mention the title sponsor for tonight's 360 sprint cars, Russell Brown Race Cars, 55th anniversary. Is it 55th or 35th anniversary?
35th.
35th, that's what I thought. I was starting to say 55th for some reason, but nonetheless, Russell Brown Race Cars been the title sponsor for all the action you've seen here on Thursday nights. And Robbie, I heard that they've re-signed to do the UMPs next season, so definitely going to be a lot of excitement when we take the UMPs to some of the tracks you're seeing these sprint cars go to. And you know, you think you see White Castles and
more excited for the UMPs than I am. I'm not a big UMP guy. I love watching them, but I just can't drive them and don't understand them.
well, let's get excited for heat race number 2 as it's staging now in turn number 2. You got Brett Rolls in the 77 car out of the Mid-South region to his outside, sharing the front row. Shane Showtime Kelly in that 5 car Midwest Racing Development out of the Atlantic region.
Yeah, and you have Ronald Piles on the inside of the next row, starting 3rd. I believe starting 4th should be Blake Heather, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, here he comes, Mr. Race Official now. You see him coming around the field in that 97 car. 1 row back from that, so we're going to find the 10 car of Frank Gonzalez, the driver out of the Plains region, the Oklahoma driver tonight, coming to throw his hat in here. And then you got the 4 car making a late entrance onto the track, going to bring up the rear. That's Willie Howes out of Canada.
Yeah, Willie Howes out of Canada.
I'm not sure. You know, you got to think it's been quite a few. Why don't you go ahead and call them out as well, Rob?
All right, as we get ready to come off of turn number 4 here, Rolls and Showtime. Side by side, Flagman has the flag. Waits on it. Green flag in the air. Showtime Kelly's going to get out ahead of Rolls as they go down to 1. But Rolls is going to battle back on the inside.
360 sprint cars come to life down the front straightaway, being led by Shane Showtime Kelly. There's Rolls going to throw it in there deep through 3 and 4. Not going to quite get there, though, as it's going to be Kelly to lead the first lap heat race number 1.
Yeah, Kelly's doing a good job of holding off Rolls, but I tell you, don't count out Powell's. Powell's digging deep right there in 3rd. He wants 2nd place away from Rolls.
Checkers or wreckers on the nose of Shane Kelly's car, as always, and it is checkers in sight so far if he can hang on to it. Meanwhile, we'll get a look here. The Colby's Eye Paints number 68 of Ronald Piles as he goes through 1 and 2. Rockets down the backstretch right there.
I'll tell you, I think Piles has one of my favorite schemes. Oh! Piles is going to get by as the 77 got loose in the middle of 3 and 4 and lost traction. And got the car upset, allowed Piles to get by.
Piles going to battle with the Rolls down the backstretch. Ladies and gentlemen, you ever wondered what it's like to be a flagman here at the Grove? Well, we're going to show you right now. As they come down the front straightaway, say hello to our flagman. Got a camera right up there with him as you can continue to see the action from all different angles. Piles going to hold on to 2nd. Rolls is charging once again. They're going to go through 3 and 4 one more time. Looks like Piles will hold him off, though.
Piles doing a good job of holding off Rolls, but Rolls definitely not giving up. Rolls has now moved up to the top side. He's got that car rolling up there, going to where the tacky stuff is, and also at the same time going where they aren't.
Oh!
So,
Contact, a little bit of contact there with Piles. Going to shove Rolls back just a little bit. Meanwhile, we'll take you back on board with Shane Showtime Kelly, who's got the heat race number 2 under control so far. Robbie, give him about 3 car lengths down the back straightaway.
Got about 3 car lengths separating our top 3 positions from each other. Kelly with three car lengths to Piles. Piles 3 car lengths to Rolls as we battle off back into turn number 1. But I tell you, Piles drives it in deep in 1, trying to make up that ground, but he's going to lose it as they come off of 2.
Even deeper was Brett Rolls down into 1 and 2 up on the top shelf as he slides it all the way out to the wall once again. Looks to diamond the corner. Didn't really get the run off as he's not for lack of effort, though.
No, most definitely. He is throwing that thing in there, trying to find any bit of grip and momentum he can. He knows he's got to get back around Piles if he wants a chance to improve his starting position tonight in the pole sitter dash.
Well, here you go. We're going to go on board, show you what it's like from the helmet cam, steering wheel in hand as he's going to work through 1 and 2 once again. Robbie, look at all the mud all over that visor.
Yeah, definitely. You start running. Whoa! Sorry, just happened to look up and Piles is doing a wheelie down the backstretch.
Well, now the battle's going to heat back up for 2nd. It's going to heat up behind Shane Kelly, who has been all out front. But it is going to be Shane Kelly, Ronald Piles. That's the end of the heat race. They're going to move on to the pole sitters dash here coming up just momentarily as we've got one more heat race left to go.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a good heat race there. Piles and Rolls battled it out there. Piles coming out on the winning end there. Piles is going to move on to the poles that are dash, but how about Showtime with the heat win?
Showtime Shane Kelly back to the winning ways here at the Grove. Going to start his night off on a positive note. We'll get top three interview, or we'll get the interview with the heat race winners here coming up throughout the first part of the show. Meanwhile, heat number 2 is going to roll out into turn number 2, and man, is it stacked. Trevor Shaken Baker going to lead us to the green. He'll have Charles Hayes the third out of New York to his outside. We'll take a look at this mainly from the point standings thing. Eric Tupper did his job, went out and got a heat race win. Now it's going to be Charles Hayes to see if he can keep the gap even through the heat races points wise. But gonna have a tall order ahead as there are some fast cars even throughout heat number 3.
Yeah, Christopher Lewis, Bridger, who's the other one there? Looks like the 81 of Joey Lamb. And possibly, I think, rounding out is going to be, I cannot see the number on the side of that wing.
Looks like it's going to be Joseph Halsey in the 23.
There, yep, Joseph Halsey.
I'll give you a look right now as they set staged in turn number 2. As there's a good look at Joseph Halsey's ride, unsponsored. If you wanted to get your name on one of these 360 sprint cars, there's one that you could put your name on the side of. But here we go. We get set to go. Midwest Racing Development driver Trevor Shaken Baker out of the Plains region once again going to lead us to the green. It'll be second place in points coming in tonight, Charles Hayes in the 15 car to his outside. And then Mr. Excitement, first time in a sprint car. Robbie, you ready for this?
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Well, here we go as we get set to go green. Trevor Baker going to lead us down to it. Baker on the loud pedal now. Little hesitation there as we go into turn number 1. We'll show you the action from behind our leader. But meanwhile, to the outside of the leader down the back straightaway, it's new leader Charles Hayes the third.
Yeah, Charles Hayes. Whoa, contact Joey Lamb and who was that?
Looked like it was Joey Lamb and Joseph Halsey. Little contact there.
Yeah, Charles Hayes with the lead though over Baker and Lewis at the moment.
There's the throttle control once again. Trevor Shaken Baker out of the Midwest Racing Development Stable running second. You get a look back and it's a little bit of a gap to Christopher Lewis.
Yeah, right now Baker and Hayes kind of have enough of a gap where they can settle this among themselves. Hayes running the bottom, Baker running the top. Baker though making the ground up as he works that top side.
Here we go, top shelf through 1 and 2. Trevor Baker still looking for the outside. It'll be Charles Hayes down the back straightaway. Gonna hold on to the lead as Baker continues to work the high side through 3 and 4.
Yeah, Baker's definitely making up ground though, running that high side, especially on exit. If you notice, he doesn't run it as deep in there on the top as the other guys were doing. He kind of runs it midline and then drifts up off the corner, allowing those tires to keep momentum as they come off the corner.
Want to go on board.
Oh, as I said that, he slides up into the wall.
Slides up into the wall just a little bit. I want to go on board with our race leader right now, though. We'll do it virtue of the gyro cam that's up above his head just a little bit. Show you the darting these cars actually do as you see it. It looks pretty smooth from an isolated camera, but you put a swing camera on the roll bar right there behind the driver and you get a whole nother picture.
Yeah, most definitely. As now Trevor Baker goes back after Christian Lewis, who was able to get around Baker when he had his issues. Baker's going to slide up in front of Lewis to go down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Put Baker back up to second as our leader's catching lap traffic.
Christopher Lewis just used the tear off there, clean visor for the 28. But he is going to currently run in second. He tries to chase down Charles Hayes, who from the start of the green has led every lap of heat race number 3.
Lamb creeping up into the picture in fourth.
Mr. Excitement, they're going to run it through 1 and 2 right up around the tacky stuff. Now arcs it back, tries to get that rocket down the back straightaway. Slowly starting to reel in our top 2, or top 3.
Yeah, he's definitely making up ground on second and third place.
Here we go. We're going to go on board with the Jack Daniels ride of Joey Lamb. See him work down the back straightaway there. Hangs that right rear, Robbie, right up in the outside of the wet stuff.
Yeah, right now he's got a front seat view to the battle for second place, and he's probably hoping to get up together, make some contact, and let him through. Baker's having a hard time with that car off the corners now. All of a sudden, I'm not sure if he's been a suspension part or what, but he's definitely struggling coming off the corners, as that brings it into heat race number 3 with your winners going to be Charles Hayes, Christopher Lewis second, Trevor Baker third, and Joey Lamb fourth.
So Charles Hayes out of New York going to get it done in heat race number 3. As you see the point standings, they'll remain just about the same, with Eric Tupper getting a few bonus points for the Quick Time Award. Nonetheless, though, Charles Hayes doing everything he needs to do, Robbie, to keep his name in the hat.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, you got to go tit for tat with Tupper at this point if you want to try and make sure that you gain as many points as you can.
Well, I'll tell you what, Robbie, why don't we speak with heat race number 1 winner? We talked to him after winning the Quick Time Award, but going to pick up the win from there. See how he feels about his chances to keep the points lead extended out through the rest of the event.
All right. Rocky Top Outlaw, this is Robbie Buckner in the Backwards Hat Production booth. Got a copy, bud?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Well, brother, you went out there, won your heat race, was able to hold off a hard charge and torn shirts at the beginning of that race. Tell us about the track and what you think going into the pole sitter dash here, bud.
Still liking the bottom. It's got a lot of grip down there, it seems. I was able to pull away a bit. It's going to be tough. Like I said, these guys can make a change and their car could come to life and mine could go away. So it's anybody's race, really. Hopefully we can put it back on top and see you guys in victory lane.
Heck yeah, brother. Definitely looks good down there on the bottom. Seems like the further we go along in these heat races, seems like the middle lane's starting to come to life for some of these drivers. Any thoughts about moving up any tonight? Or are you going to try and hang that bottom until it just won't work no more?
That's probably where I'll be. My car's pretty much set for down there. I'm comfortable down there. That wall's dangerous, though.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go get ready for the pole sitter dash?
Gotta give a shout out to my wife tonight. We're going through some rough times right now. Monday she goes in for surgery to have her thyroid removed because we were told she has cancer. So,
oh Lord, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. You'll definitely be in our thoughts and prayers this week, as we here at Backwards Hat definitely send out the good feels for you, brother. And best of luck tonight. And know you're racing with a heavy heart, but good to see you here, brother.
Thank you.
Well, here we go. Round number 1 of the pole sitter shuffle, shall we say, going to get underway. It'll be Christopher Lewis out of Ohio squaring off with Ronald Piles out of Virginia.
Yeah, Lewis on the inside, Piles on the outside.
This is going to... Loser of this one's going to start in 6th. Winner's going to go on to battle for 5th. As here we go, Robbie, out of turn 4. You're on the call.
Alrighty, they holding them back. Face Flagman with the flag in his hand. Piles is going to get away. Lewis to give chase as they got 2 laps to get it done.
Both drivers going to work the bottom through 1 and 2. We'll go on board with Piles as you see him throw it off into turns 3 and 4. Going to leave a lot of real estate open on the bottom, but it's not going to matter as he's going to pull Lewis now by about 4 car lengths going into turn number 1.
Piles does a good job of driving away from Lewis as he come off of turn number 2, heading down the backstretch for the last time. Piles with about a 5 to 6 car length lead over Lewis.
Look at Ronald Piles throw that thing in there, but here comes Christopher Lewis back on the bottom. Not going to quite get there. Man, Christopher Lewis puts up the fight till the end through 3 and 4. However, it will be Ronald Piles going to advance on. Christopher Lewis will start 6th in tonight's A main.
Heck yeah, I tell you, Christopher Lewis ate that 5.6 car links up real quick.
Yeah, he did. Definitely going to wind it up, fire it in there, hope it sticks. Unfortunately, going to come up just a little bit short. But next challenger up, going to be the newcomer, Braden Mickey. Put a last lap pass on Torrin Shirts in heat race number 2 to work his way in. As he will have lane choice, and it looks like he has chosen the bottom.
Yeah, Braden Mickley, newcomer tonight. Definitely a surprise so far tonight. Let's see how far he can advance in the pole sitter dash as him and Piles line them up coming out of turns 3 and 4.
Here we go. They're going to come creeping down the front straightaway towards our flagman. You're going to see him go right about the line as we get set to go here. An extended wait. Looks like we may go next time.
I think we're going to go next time by. I think a little bit of restart games here. Tyler wasn't happy with the lineup and position of the cars there. They're going to make them go around one more time.
Well, you see the long trip around the Williams Grove Speedway, virtue of once again what I think is one of the coolest cameras we have here tonight. The flag stand camera. You get a good look at our official up there in the flag stand. As all
right, folks, here they come off before again. Mickley on the inside, Piles on the outside. Green flag in the air. Mickley's going to get a slight lead as they head down to 1, and Piles in behind him.
Mickley going to throw the White Castles in 1 and 2. It'll be Piles back down to the bottom, side by side down the backstretch into 3 and 4.
Oh, Piles got it way too crossed up there. That's going to allow Mickley to get away here.
Here we go. Braden Mickley going to look to cruise to the next round of the pole sitter shuffle. He can keep it together through 2 more corners. Now 1 more corner as they head down into 3 and 4. It's about a 10 car length gap right now Braden Mickley has. Going to keep it straight off of turn number 4. Winner of round 2. The driver out of Pennsylvania, the hometown guy, Braden Mickley.
Yeah, Braden Mickley will advance. Piles will start 5th in our main event.
2 rounds down. Few more to go as now Mickley's going to do battle for 4th in your starting lineup. A tall order though in this round as he has found himself up against Charles Hayes III out of New York.
Yeah, he's definitely got his work cut out for him this time. Charles is going to take the inside, Mickley to the outside. Let's see if Mickley can be the first one tonight to advance another round.
Here we go. We'll see if the restart game's going to be in effect again. As you see, Mickley kind of hanging back just a little bit now. Going to draw up even as Charles Hayes kind of giving her the gas just a little bit. Here we go. You see the cars pick the front end up into 1 and 2. It's going to be all deadlocked right now. Hayes going to be around the bottom. There goes Mickley around the outside into 3 and 4. All Charles Hayes right now.
Yeah, Charles done a good job holding the bottom of 1 and 2. Was able to get out of advantage in 3 and 4 as he stretches it down the front stretch down into 1. He's got like a 3 car length lead over Mickley at this moment.
Gonna open it up quite a bit more now, making about 5-6 car lengths into 3. Mickley gonna throw it off in there for all it's worth. Not gonna happen though, as it's gonna be Charles Hayes III knocking the newcomer off. Mickley's gonna start 4th in tonight's feature.
Yeah, good run though by Mickley tonight, and it'll be exciting to see what he can do in the feature. But right now, we're ready for another exciting dash, as Charles Hayes will do battle with our heat race number 2 winner, Dane Showtime Kelly.
Here we go. Now you're going to stack all the winners of the heat races atop each other, as Charles Hayes won heat race number 3. Here comes Shane Showtime Kelly out of the Atlantic region, the Midwest Racing Development, winner of heat race number 2. Robbie, count us down.
All right, Shane Kelly inside, Hayes outside as they get ready to go. Loud pedals are down. Kelly with the slight advantage, but Hayes is going to take him on the outside, it looks like, as they come off of turn number 2.
Who's going to get the advantage? Give it to Hayes by about a half a car length, now a full car length. Hayes going to slide down to the bottom in 3 and 4, take the lane away. Oh, Hayes going to get the wall. That's going to open it up for Shane Showtime Kelly, winner of heat race number 2. Going to look to advance here. Meanwhile, you've got second place in points coming into tonight. Trying to advance his way on. Made a valiant run down to the bottom. Not going to happen, though. Shane Showtime Kelly going to move on. As looks like Charles Hayes will start third tonight.
Yeah, valiant effort there by Charles Hayes, though. Definitely gave it all it was worth. Unfortunately, got a little bit east of the wall on the front stretch. That allowed Kelly to get by, but now Kelly's going to have to see if he can beat the quick man tonight. And your Heat 1 race winner, we just talked to him with a heavy heart tonight, the Rocky Top Outlaw, Eric Tupper.
Well, here we go. This one's for all the marbles. Winner's going to start from the pole, pick up the pole points. The loser will start from the outside of the front row. Winner take all. This one's for the pole and all the glory. Looks like we're going to get one lap to get them adjusted here, get everybody situated in.
Yeah, it looks like the flagman wants another lap out of these guys. Wasn't happy with the lineup there. Wants them a little closer, a little tighter.
There you see it.
Famous bridge.
Everybody may be wondering, you know, man, Eric Tupper's got that wheel cranked a lot to the right. Via how these chassis are set up, Robbie, you've pretty much, under a slow pace, got to turn it right to keep it straight. As here we go. Out of turn number 4 this time, last round. Green flag in the air. It's going to be Tupper to the slight advantage into turn number 1 as he's going to work the bottom.
Yeah, Tupper working the bottom, Kelly working the middle of the track. Tupper's going to stretch his lead by about a car length and a half as they go down into turn number 3. Shane Kelly's going to throw it off in there and try and make up the ground in the middle to the outside.
Checkers or wreckers once again for Shane Kelly here. We're going to see if he can knock the Rocky Top Outlaw off the top of the mountain, pick up a pole, although Eric Tupper looks mighty strong right around the bottom.
Yeah, Tupper said he was going to get on the bottom and stay down there, so it looks like Tupper's going to stick to his words. He comes off of turn 4. Tupper, not only is he your quick time qualifier tonight, not only is your Heat 1 winner, but he will be your pole sitter for the main event tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, qualifying the heat races and the pole sitter dash. Tupper going to do a little celebrating, man. Got a lot to celebrate. He's going to pick up the pole tonight. But, as said, Robbie, the heat races, the heat races, the dash, all of that said and done. Now it's time to get down to business. As we get set to go once again. I tell you what, Robbie, why don't you get a few interviews throughout the field if you'd so desire, and let's see what some of these drivers are thinking tonight.
Get a word with heat race number 2 winner Shane Showtime Kelly. Showtime Kelly, Robbie Buckner, Backwards Hat Production Booth. Got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir. Sure do. Robbie, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing good, brother. Went out there, won heat race number 2, was able to advance your start position a little bit tonight. You're going to start second tonight in the main event. What's it going to take to bring home victory number 2 for you this year and tie the Rocky Top Outlaw in top shelf shirts?
Oh, no, it's going to be hard. Eric's definitely fast. I don't know how the track's going to carry over, so definitely going to have to stay on top of the track, make some changes, run a clean race, and prepare him at the end and make something happen.
Heck yeah, brother. It's good to have you back out here at the track with us. Good to see you back up front, breaking that Kelly curse, as you and your brother are both here tonight, brother.
Yeah.
What's it like having him out there to race against?
Yeah, it's always fun running with my brother. You know, he don't run a lot of dirt stuff. He's definitely getting better. But yeah, the last 2 weeks have been rough for me. I've had technical issues with my computer and my wheel the last 2 weeks, and it's been a battle to get back up front. But I've maintained, so tonight I got a good starting spot, so now it's my job to keep it up there.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Best of luck to you tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go get ready for the main event tonight?
Yeah, all my teammates at MRD, great group of guys. My brother for getting me into high racing, and I want to thank my dad for getting me into racing when I was a kid. He's out there watching, loves your broadcast, and I want to put on a show tonight, see what happens.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why we call you Showtime. Get ready for a show, ladies and gentlemen, as Showtime Kelly gets ready to bring it to us in the main event tonight.
Well, never a guy you can count out is Showtime Shane Kelly. Gonna start on the front row, Robbie, at a track that, and we've seen some passes be made, but for the most part, passing's kind of been yeah, it's been at a premium. So
most definitely, it ought to be interesting to see how him and Tupper do up front. But I tell you, another guy that's going to have a lot to say and who wins this thing tonight is going to be that number 15 that we're locked in right now on Charles Hayes III. See if I can get a quick word with him. Charles Hayes, this is Robbie Butner in the Backwards Hat production booth. Got a copy, brother?
I do. How are you guys?
Man, we're doing lovely, brother. Went out there, won heat race number 3 in dominating fashion, just drove away from the field. Looked like you were going to be able to advance to start second tonight. Unfortunately, it looks like you caught the wall a little bit there. It slowed your momentum, allowed Showtime around you. What's that car got for everybody tonight, brother?
If I can keep it glued to the bottom and keep it solid and straight and not kicking out from underneath, I think I could hopefully take a home top 3. I don't know if I've got anything for Tupper or Shane. They're both pretty quick here and they know how to run this track. And it all depends on what the usage is for once we get to the race, how worn out the track is.
Most definitely, brother. You know, you come in here tonight second in points, within striking distance of Tupper. At this point, are we looking at the points week in, week out, trying to figure out what's going on, or are we just going out there trying to get wins?
I'm here to have fun. The points, it's just so happens that I've finished up front most of the nights, and I'm just trailing Tupper, but it'd be nice to try and get a little closer to him, but it's going to take a miracle. It's going to take him ballparking himself here tonight or something like that, but he doesn't seem to screw up too often.
Well, heck yeah, brother. I tell you, though, man, you've definitely had a season to remember this year, rocking the Blue Lives Matter sprint car this year, man. I tell you, it's good to see you out here each week representing for the police officers out there that put their lives on the line, and we appreciate it, and we hope that you have a good night tonight. But before I let you go, get ready for the main event. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Thank you to you guys for putting on this broadcast, and thanks to Blake and Joey. They're down there trying to run this show tonight, and they're doing the best of their ability, and they're doing pretty damn well.
was Charles Hayes the third out of New York, comes into tonight. We'll pull the point standings graphic up one more time, let you take a look at it, as he's definitely right there in the thick of things.
He's definitely right there. He's within striking distance of Tupper. One bad race from Tupper, and he's right there on top of possibly taking the lead from him.
Well, folks, the car's going to continue to roll around here, get a little practice in. You see Charles Hayes the third's number 15 machine sitting on pit road. Zoom out just a little bit. You hear the cars in the background. There's a look, Frank Gonzalez in that 10 car. As I tell you what, Robbie, a guy that's been pretty active out in the old chat tonight, Ronald Piles. We'll just see if we get a word with him, see what he's feeling.
All right, 1 second here. Does not look like Ronald's available, but we'll try. Ronald Powell, Robbie Butner, Backwards Hat Production. You got a copy. Had a solid night tonight out there. And probably one of my favorite sprint cars. Reminds me of old Dale Jarrett quality care car. But tell us about your night, man. What it looks like moving forward.
It's hard to tell at this point. A lot of fast guys out here, especially Eric Tupper, Torn Shirts, Trevin Baker. All those guys are top notch. It's gonna be hard for me to move up from where I'm starting at. I mean, getting in the pole dash is a great ordeal there. Brett probably deserved to be in that more than I did. Me and him had kind of a little bit of contact in the heat race. Just great, hard race on track that's hard to pass on. And trying to get into that line on the bottom, we went into the corners, a little tough when you're both trying for the same piece of real estate. But he apologized for getting into me and stuff like that. But it's teammates and hard racing. I can't complain there. And looking forward to the feature. It's probably a pretty good race.
Well, heck yeah, brother. I know going down the backstretch on the last lap looked like you were trying to wheelie it down the backstretch. Car's got a lot of power and the track's got a lot of grip apparently.
But it's it was I got to the wall and I thought, oh well, Brett's got this one. And I pulled down and I seen that he hadn't got to me yet, and I was like, well, I guess not. I didn't think I had that much room, but apparently he wasn't as close at that point as I thought he was. I was like, well, we have to get the tow alignment bar out and check, make sure everything's still straight for this feature for sure.
Most definitely, brother. Well, before we let you go get ready for this feature event tonight, you got anybody out there you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, I thank Backwards Hat Productions for putting on the broadcast, Ram Racing for their series here, and letting us come race with the competitive guys that they got. I thank the guys over at Harv for helping me build the setups and stuff to come over here and be as competitive as we are, as well as iRacing iFlag for the pit box and the iFlag I got here tonight.
Thank you, brother. Well, best of luck to you, and we'll be looking for you to advance your position tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Hopefully, things look a little slim, but hopefully we'll get to talk to you here.
Heck yeah, brother. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Once again, that was Ronald Piles, folks. We're going to do our quick server changeover as always. Don't go anywhere, though. We've got a lot of action set to go here as we get ready to go feature racing at Williams Grove Speedway. Robbie, a lot of star-studded drivers in the field tonight. You got any favorites?
Oh, man. I think anybody within that top 6 can win this thing tonight, be honest with you. The 6 drivers that we've seen in the pole dash definitely are contenders. And then right there on the outside of the pole dash, you got Rolls, you got Torn Shirts, you got Joey Lamb, Christopher Lewis. Got a star-studded field here tonight. A lot of really fast cars, a lot of them with an opportunity to win this thing. But I think a man here tonight on a mission with a heavy heart and racing for something to prove that's more than racing is going to be the man to beat tonight. I think you're going to have to look at the rear tank of the Rocky Top Outlaw all night, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that would probably be one of my picks coming in. Is like you said, he's racing for a whole lot more than just a championship or a championship or another win in the winners column tonight. So it's going to be exciting to see. Nonetheless, we continue to stand by, wait for the new server to go up. I tell you what, let's get a talk with old Frank Gonzalez. Frank doesn't run here very often, but let's see how he's enjoying his first night with the Ram Series.
All right. Frank Gonzalez, Robbie Butner, Backwards Hat Production booth. Got a copy, bud?
Yes, I do.
Well, brother, we don't normally see you out here in the 360 sprints, but it looks like you've rolled that Title Brewing Company 360 out here tonight. What's it looking like, brother?
It is a handful.
Handful to say the least, huh?
Oh, yeah. And then the track being the way it is, not helping turn 4 is deadly out there.
I hear you, man. So what's the expectations coming in here tonight? Are we, I know when we go out in a late model, the expectation is for Frank to get it up front and win the thing. So is that still the expectation tonight, or are we kind of being a little modest with the expectations?
Finish and survive.
Finish and survive. I hear you, brother. Well, I tell you, man, I'm kind of partial to Frank. Just signed Frank to a deal over on my race team over on the asphalt side. So, Frank, you looking forward to doing some asphalt racing?
Oh, yeah. I was going to do some in the league today, but I decided to come over here and stay on the dirt for tonight.
Most definitely, brother. Well, best of luck to you tonight. But before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Joey and Blake helping me out with these as much as they can, and then Tyler Brewing Company being my sponsor.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, best of luck tonight, and hopefully we'll see you survive and finish tonight, like you said.
I hope so, man. Thank you.
Once again, that was Frank Gonzalez, Robbie. Hopefully optimistic, I would say, but enjoying his time here in the sprint cars with the Ram Series.
Most definitely. Frank's one of those guys, got a lot of dirt running through his blood, definitely enjoys running in the dirt. What he's focused on for the most part here on the sim, and does a pretty well of a job. If you follow him on social media at all, usually every day it's win number 1, win number 2, win number 3 on the day. So definitely,
yeah,
not used to seeing him run towards the back, but not used to seeing him in a sprint car either. So
Spoke with him a few days ago, and he's closing in on possibly his first iRacing national title. Actually, I guess it'd be world title in the crate late model division there on the public server side of things. Definitely a feat in its own. That is, if you've accomplished that, you know you've beat some of the world's best.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Well, here we. What's up?
I say, who would the fans like for us to talk to next?
Yeah, drop us a line out there. Let us know who you want to speak with, as we'll definitely do what we can, as always, to facilitate those needs. If you're just tuning in, we encourage you to stick around. You're going to see some of the best do battle tonight here at the Williams Grove Speedway, a feature time. So real quick change over here as we get set to go.
Kelly Proctor says, let's talk to Chris Lewis.
Let's do it. Let's get a talk with him.
That's why we're doing UMPs next. He's happy about that.
Chris Lewis, Robbie Buckner, Backwards Hat Production. Got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got you, bub.
Well, man, you got a fan club out there. We asked the fans who they wanted us to talk to, and your name was the first one that popped up. Kelly Proctor said, talk to Chris. See what Chris is doing. So, Chris, how we doing tonight, brother?
Not too bad. Just trying to work this set in, figure out what it's going to be for the end of the night.
Well, heck yeah, brother. You definitely seem to have a fast 28 K&N car out there tonight. Season-wise, I believe you're third in points coming in tonight. Has the season gone the way you wanted it to, or are we a little behind schedule?
Well, for me not really running the sprint cars at all, it's been a really good season being third in points right now and usually finishing in the top 5. All in all, I'm really happy with it, and I just got to pull something big out just to get a couple more positions on them.
Well, heck yeah, brother. I tell you, what's it look like tonight? I mean, like I said, it looks like you got a fast car, but think you got what it takes to move up through the field and battle for the win tonight?
Yeah, if the track stays a little grippy, I should have a chance, but if it slicks off like it did in those heats, it's going to be so-so.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you out of here?
I'll just give a shout out to you guys and back one to Kelly.
Heck yeah, brother. Best of luck to you tonight, Chris. And as always, man, good to see the driver out of Ohio back here with us again.
All right, guys, we'll see you at the end of it.
You know, Robbie, something that just occurred to me is I don't think that we've talked to old Alex B., the driver of the number 20 car, very much at all this season. So while we've got this downtime, let's get a talk in with some drivers that we normally don't get a talk with.
All right. Alex B., Robbie Buckner in the Backwards Hat Production booth. You got a copy, bud?
Sure do. How's it going tonight?
Man, it's going good, brother. Wanted to check in with you, see how your night's going, and see what it looks like for you to be able to move up there and contend for the win tonight, brother.
Night's going all right. Had a decent qualifying run and then struggled a little bit in the heat, smacking the wall and wrecking the car, but it looks like we'll have a good shot for the Hard Charger award at least.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Most definitely. I tell you, man, you're one of the drivers that week in, week out shows up and does a whale of a job with your car every week, driving from the back towards the front. I tell you, we always talk about if you could just get a chance to start up front, it'd be one heck of a race. But tell us about your season. Have you met your expectations, a little below expectations, and what you expect for the last 3 races?
Yeah, being my first league season, I'm definitely meeting my expectations. Been struggling with the qualifying and heat races, but definitely hitting the setup for the feature, so that's been helping out. Next 3 races tonight will be interesting. I'm really good at Knoxville, and I've never raced Volusia before, so that'll be an interesting race for me as well.
Well, heck yeah, brother. I tell you though, man, it's good to see you out here. Like I said, week in, week out, getting better week in, week out. Won't be long before you start battling for those wins. Anybody out there that you want to give a shout out to before we let you get ready for this main event tonight?
Shout out to everybody watching, supporting the series. It's awesome to have a broadcast like this, and everybody gets to see a good show.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, best of luck to you. And again, hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing, if nothing else, as a hard charger, but hopefully as a top 3 finisher, possibly even a winner tonight.
Sounds good. We'll see what happens.
Well, Robbie, there's a very optimistic Alex Bridger right now in that 20 car. As you see cars back on the tracks. We'll scope out just a little bit here, give you a look at the amazing Williams Grove Speedway under the lights. Kind of out in the middle of nowhere, just all lit up here, Robbie, and ready to see these sprint cars take to it and do battle.
Yeah, most definitely. It's good to see these things at night. Lights on, this track comes alive. It ought to be interesting, though, as you say, to see how this unfolds tonight.
Well, Robbie, you ready to do something scary?
What are we about to do?
I am actually going to step away for just a brief minute. I'm going to leave it here, scrolling through some of the most exciting action in practice, and I'm going to turn you loose at the captain's wheel here. It's going to be your show for about the next few minutes, and keep these folks entertained.
Oh, it ain't scary for me. It should be scary for them. All right, folks, well, I tell you what, while Bradley steps away for a minute, let's take some time. While we got a little bit of time here, we got another 7 minutes before this race starts. Take some time and interview some more drivers. See who else you guys wanted us to interview. Let's see here. Joey Lamb is the next one I see. So we'll have a word with Mr. Joey Lamb. Joey Lamb, Robbie Butner, Backwards Hat Production booth. Got a copy, brother?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, man, you went on social media today, said Blake Heather was having to run this series tonight, so you were going to bring out the sprint car and see if you can't wad it up. Well, you didn't wad it up in your heat race. Come home fourth. We're going to wad it up. We're going to wad it up in the feature?
More than likely. I mean, I did run a sprint car race last night with another league. Had some fun. Actually, we were running second, but we ended up hitting the wall with like 2 to go. So this one's got a little bit more power, and it's at Williams Grove, a paperclip of a track. If my only hope is if I'm gonna die, I want to flip out of the track, but I just don't want to hit that opening on the back straightaway. That's like the one thing that freaks me out the most.
Well, man, it's not the opening you got to worry about. It's getting up in the air and catching that bridge you got to worry about.
I haven't done that one yet either, so, but I don't race sprint cars a lot, so, but we might tonight. It's possible.
I hear you, brother. Well, in all seriousness, though, man, what's the realistic goals and expectations for you tonight? Because I know, like you said, you don't typically run sprint cars, so what's the goal for tonight?
I mean, just realistic goals. Just go out here and have fun, just out here supporting the Ram series. I ain't got nothing better to do, so why not?
Why not? I hear you,
but yeah,
brother.
we're just trying to finish, so.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, you know the deal. Before I let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got to thank all my sponsors, Title Brewing Company, WG Landscaping, Backwards Hat Productions, Cruise 343, Aces and Eights, Tommy Ferris Designs, and Jesse Mason Designs. Thank all y'all for everything that y'all allow us to do. Hopefully we don't tear them up too bad tonight, but we'll see.
Heck yeah, brother. I tell you, pretty soon we're going to have to get you a notepad just to keep track of all of your sponsors.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to start getting rid of some of them.
Best of luck to you tonight, Joey, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing, brother.
All right, man.
All right, that was Joey Lamb, as always, entertaining, keeping us going. Rocky Battenfield says we need to talk to Ronald Piles. Let's see here. Actually, we've already talked to Ronald. How about we do Brett Rolls? Let's talk to Brett Rolls. Brett Rolls, Robbie Buckner, Backwards Hat Production. You got a copy, brother?
Yes, I do. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. So here's the question I have for you tonight. Last week, Quick Time Award winner, went out in the heat race. Kind of made a little uh-oh. My question is, how many times did your teammates tell you before the heat race tonight to fix the uh-oh before it becomes an uh-oh?
It's funny. I actually, as soon as I got done qualifying, the first thing I did was I loaded my 30-gallon set. I wasn't even having that issue come up tonight. But then I ended up going out and stepping on my right foot and gave up my full dash opportunity. So you win some, you lose some.
Heck yeah, brother. But you definitely have a fast car tonight. That's one thing that you've shown us, especially over the last couple of weeks, just getting faster and faster. Starting outside that top 6 from the pole dash, not making it in there. Does that make it even harder to try and make your way towards the front, or does it just make it that much more fun?
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, the caliber of guys that we're running with here, I mean, they're no joke. They're definitely quick week in and week out, and Grove really isn't my track here. I mean, the next 2 weeks at Knoxville and Volusia, I'm hoping to, come away with at least a win out of those 2. So hopefully we can skate by tonight with a decent amount of points to stay alive in the top 5. Hopefully come out with some decent points run out of the next 2 races.
Well, heck yeah, brother. That's awesome to hear. But I tell you, getting down to 1:45 before you have to grid for this thing, so I don't want to hold you up much longer. Anybody out there you want to give a shout out to before we let you get ready for this main event?
Just, you guys at Backwards Hat for putting on, one heck of a broadcast every single week. No matter what it is, you guys are top notch. The Ram Series for, providing really good competition week in and week out. I'm really looking forward to this modified series that we got coming up here. But mostly just, Eric Tupper and the guys at Hard Motorsports for helping me out with setup advice and getting me to where I'm at here in the top 5.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Best of luck to you tonight. And it's going to be fun watching you trying to come from outside that top 6 and invade the top 3 and possibly get that win tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm definitely hoping to get that top 5 here tonight. Like I said, Grove really isn't my track of choice, so I'm just hoping to finish top 10.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Best of luck to you, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Once again. Oh, is that Bradley?
I am back. Looks like we've got about 40 seconds left before we kick off tonight's feature. And Robbie, the lights are on. The track looks like it's getting good and rubbered in right through the center. I feel like we're going to probably see a little bit of multi-groove racing, but it's going to be the big challenge to get that car off the corners. You get a little too sideways here at the Grove, and it's real easy to bog that motor down, and before you know it, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, most definitely. I think, honestly, what you're going to end up seeing tonight, and this is just my personal opinion, I mean, what do I know? But I think what you're going to see is 1 and 2, they're going to be down around the bottom. 3 and 4, they're going to be up more towards the top. But as this race wears on, I think they're going to end up towards the middle.
Definitely a fair call so far as we get set to go A feature racing here. We're going to look at the starting lineup as the cars begin to grid. There is the Chevy Silverado pace truck, the official iRacing pace truck. As we get set to go. Here we go from the front row, starting from the pole position. Won your quick time award. Won heat race number 1, then went on to win the pole sitters dash. That is going to be the 115, the Rocky Top Outlaw of Eric Tupper. To his outside, Midwest Racing Development's very own out of the Atlantic region, Shane Showtime Kelly.
Yeah, starting inside of row number 2 is going to be your man in second place in points. Riding in that Blue Lives Matter, black, blue, and white, number 15, Charles Hay III. And at Charles's outside is going to be the newcomer tonight, the number 14 of Braden Mickley.
1 row back from that's where you're going to find Ronald Piles out of Virginia. Spoke with him pre-race, looking to have a good run tonight. Another guy we talked to is Christopher Lewis, the Ohio native. He gets set to tackle the Williams Grove Speedway tonight, starting 6th.
Starting 7th is going to be Torn Top Shelf Shirts, and that number 33 had a fast car in his heat race. Unfortunately, made a small mistake, allowed Piles to get by him, so he's going to start 7th tonight. And his outside, that 77, the man we just talked to, Brett Rolls.
1 row back from that's where you're going to find Trevor Shakenbaker, another Midwest Racing Development driver. To his outside, you've got the 099 Triton Temple out of Texas.
Starting 11th tonight, it's going to be that number 97 of Blake Heather. And the Blake's outside, it's going to be his teammate, man we talked to a while ago, Joey Lamb.
Well, it's an all Jack Daniels roll number 6. Behind them, that's where you're going to find the 4 car of Willie Howes, your Canadian entry. To his outside, Alex Bridger, driver out of the Midwest region, and the number 20 car.
Starting 15th to be that number 10 Title Brewing sprint car of Frank Gonzalez. To Frank's outside is going to be that 23 of Joseph Halsey.
That's going to round out the 16 cars in the field as we get a look at them there down the back straightaway. The Rocky Top Outlaw going to lead them down. Here we go. Pace trucks in. Out of turn number 4, folks. 40 laps of action getting set to be unleashed. Green flag in the air. Tupper going to be on the loud pedal into turn 1. It'll be he and Shane Kelly side by side.
Tupper digging the bottom. Kelly on the outside. Tupper's going to clear him. Whoa! Looks like the 15 of Hayes got loose.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Big contact in the back. Hayes going to go around. There's Blake Heather going to go for a ride. We'll go back, take a look at it on your replay. You heard Robbie call it out first. See just what happened there. There's Hayes to the bottom. Gets there. Oh, might have clipped one of the tires just a little bit. Gonna send the 15 car around in big trouble for a few others. Go back, take one more quick look at this. Caught the gate, Robbie. Caught the gate right there on the inside. Meanwhile, Blake Heather, Trevor Baker going to get turned around. Heather nowhere to go. Going to knock the front wing off, set the 97 car on its side. Team staying on it there, trying to get it spun back around. Big problems early as Charles Hayes going to bring out caution number 1 as he collects the inside gate down in turn number 1.
Heck of a start to the race, not what Charles Hayes wanted.
Yeah, you come in second in points, you're definitely not looking for that little contact there with that gate that protrudes out just a little bit. Look at me using big words in my vocabulary as we get set to go here.
You are sick, aren't you?
I'm telling you. Like I said, folks, bear with me. I commend Robbie for the job he's doing tonight as he continues to carry me through the broadcast here. Lights are off on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. It's going to be 1 to green. Eric Tupper, the Rocky Top Outlaw, going to lead us down. Shane Kelly will be in second. Third will be Brandon Mickley. Fourth will be Christopher Lewis, and Ronald Pyle's going to round out your top 5. Get a look from the roll bars there on the 115 of Eric Tupper. The Rocky Top Outlaw out of the Mid-South region. Tennessee native. Going to lead us back to the green here in Pennsylvania, Williams Grove Speedway. Green flag back in the air. Tupper going to stand on that loud pedal down into turn number 1. Right around the bottom where he's been most of the time. There's Mickley going to shoot the 14 car up to the high side.
Yeah, Mickley's trying to work that outside groove and trying to make up ground on the second place of Showtime. But I tell you, at this point, it looks like Tupper and Showtime are going to try and check out on the field.
Well, behind him, it's a little bit of a battle going on. Mickley, there goes Ronald Pyles to the bottom through 1 and 2, trying to make a move on torn shirts. This, oh, contact just a little bit. That's the battle for 6th and 7th.
Yeah, Torrin up there on the top, making up ground as he comes up through the field. Didn't have the finish he wanted in his heat race. Got him outside the pole dash, so he had to start 6th or 7th place tonight. Not used to seeing him start that far back, and he's got to work his way back up towards the front.
Well, he's got his eyes set on the 77 of Brett Rolls right now. They're going to do metal shirts, going to work the bottom.
All right, man,
caution flag's going to fly. I believe it's going to be Joseph Halsey in the 23. And possibly Willie Howes. Go back and take a look at what we've got. I saw those 2 cars stopped in the corner there. Not exactly sure. See if we can find what happened there. I saw 2 cars slow, but Doesn't look like I have the coverage. Nonetheless, caution flag will fly for the second time here tonight. 32 laps to go. It'll be 31 as Eric Tupper continues to pace the field behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Robbie, the Williams Grove Speedway, one of the toughest tracks these guys are going to see all season long.
Yeah, Williams Grove is such an iconic track when it comes to sprint cars, but at the exact same time, it's one of the toughest tracks they'll go to. There's no escaping the walls here. You know, the inside of a sprint car looks like you can go 3 wide, man, but you really can't. These walls are so narrow. Slightest little mistake, you hit the inside wall, you bounce all the way up to the outside. Hit the outside, you go all the way to the inside. It's just a tight little track, but like I think Joey Lamb put it best, it's basically a paper clip. You know, it's 2 long straightaways and 2 sharp turns.
Yeah, definitely so. I can see where that analogy fits true to this place. As here we go. Lights should be going off on the Chevy Silverado pace truck this time around. Eric Tupper going to continue to lead them down. Shane Kelly second. Braden Mickley will remain in third. Christopher Lewis fourth. Brett Rolls up to fifth from 8th. On the climb just a little bit here.
Orange shirt's going to be 6th. Piles 7th. Baker 8th. 9th to Joey Lamb, and 10th to the 099 of Ripple.
Joey Lamb up from 9th to 12th right now. One of the biggest movers in the field in the Jack Daniels number 781 car. A little bit different look for Joey. Usually sports the black and pink. Tonight he's sporting the black and red, so definitely a change for Mr. Excitement out of Carolina. Well, Robbie, go ahead and call the start out.
Alrighty, Tupper leads them off of turn number 4, delays the start a little bit, kind of jacks the back of the field if they weren't expecting it, but he's going to get away. We're all clean and green as we go down into turn 1 and 2. Oh, Torrent Church gets loose and sideways up the middle, 1 and 2.
Shirt's going to continue to try to find a foothold. Alec Bridger, meanwhile, big trouble for the 20 car. Looks like he will stay straight. Frank Gonzalez spun around. He's going to get it back going now as we continue to stay green. Now the caution's going to fly as the leaders closed up on Frank Gonzalez in that 10 car. Caution flag once again going to fly for the 3rd time. Frank Gonzalez, after Bridger gets a little sideways, going to come to a stop there in 3 and 4. Go back and take a look at it. See what happened for Frank there.
It all started with Torrent Church getting loose in little 1 and 2. Back, and they're stacking the field up because he got loose there. Everybody trying to avoid him. Just kind of compiled from there.
There you see it. Looks like a little bit of contact. Frank Gonzalez going to get the worst end of it. Tried to get it spun around there by the tires. Was getting it backed up. Leaders coming up on him. And the caution flag's going to fly. We can continue to face around. There's a look at Trevor Baker, who's started 9th, is currently up to 7th. Joey Lamb picked up one more spot in that short run to go from 12th to 8th. Oh, Mr. Excitement on the way up the field. We'll see how far he can get there.
Most definitely. I tell you though, right now we're working lap 15 of 40. Not a lot of time left in this race. Only 25 laps remain. Going to be interesting to see if we can get a long run here. What happens?
Laps winding down. There's a look at your race leader, Eric Tupper, the Rocky Top Outlaw. This look courtesy of the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Got a camera looking right out of the back, out of the bed of that thing at the field. So, gonna bring him down under the walkway there, back straight away. Another one of those, you know, neat little characteristics about the Williams Grove Speedway is that walkway.
Yeah. Me and Joey had a conversation about that walkway.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Tupper back on the loud pedal. Going to lead us down. 24 laps to go. As he looks to have it all under control right now. We'll see if he can keep the grip on the field. Meanwhile, there's Ronald Piles. He currently runs in the 6th position. Looking to set his sights on the top 5. That spot being held by Brett Rolls. Oh! Trevor Baker. Trevor Baker going to get a little loose. Collects the inside wall. He will get it back going, but loses a ton of track positions as he continues to fall all the way down to the 12th position right now.
I tell you what's surprising to me is Eric Tupper, you know, talked to him before this race, said he was going to be catfishing this entire race. Yet now he's up there wall riding with everybody else.
Well, here we go. The groove moves up. Sometimes you've got no choice. Meanwhile, as you take a look back a little further in the field, Brett Rolls continues to hold down the 5th position as he begins to see the 68 car Ronald Piles in his mirror. Now Piles going to go to the bottom. Quite all right. I saw it right about the time you did. Piles and Shirts almost come together off the exit of the corner. Here's a look at Joey Lamb from the nose cam right now as he goes to work on Ronald Piles through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Gonna look out back.
I tell you right now, the leader's starting to catch lap traffic here in the next couple laps, so it'll be interesting to see what he has there. But right now he's got a 13-14 car length lead over second place of Shane Kelly.
Well, here's the battle for second and third. You saw it there for just a second.
Oh, Piles turned on the front stretch.
Caution is out.
Piles going to go around. We're going to see what happened to him there. Off the gearbox cam, he's going to get the wall a little bit, trying to gather it back up. Contact with Torrin Shirt's going to send the 68 car around. You saw it there first, folks, as he got the outside wall just a little bit in 3 and 4. Trying to rejoin the surface. We're going to go up, take a look from our Backwards Hat Productions chopper. See him rocket down the back straightaway right there in 3 and 4. He's going to run it up, hops the cushion just a little bit with the right rear. Torn Shirts really with nowhere to go, Robbie, as it's one of those things. The exit of these corners can be quite narrow, and you know sometimes you're gonna run out of room.
Yeah, it's like we talked about. This track is so narrow. Once you hit the wall, it wants to throw you down towards the other one or throw you back up towards the other one. And Torrin just getting that drive off the corner there pretty much was in no man's land.
Well, here we go. 16 laps to go. It'll be 15 next time by. Lights should go off on your Chevy Silverado pace truck next time by. Meanwhile, we continue to watch what would be hard charger of the night, Joey Lamb, as he's come up from the 12th position to 6th. That, however, is going to be overshadowed by this man, Joseph Halsey, who's come up from 16th to 8th.
Okay. Good run tonight for Halsey.
Definitely a good run for Halsey there as he's keep it going straight. Could possibly be on the way to picking up tonight's hard charger. Lights do go off on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Everybody going to continue to chase that man right there, the Rocky Top Outlaw, Eric Tupper. Gonna look from high up here where Robbie and I are sitting tonight inside the press box. You see the field work through 3 and 4. Robbie Buckner's going to have your call for the restart.
Alrighty, the Rocky Top Outlaws in control of the field as we come through 3 and 4. On the bottom, Tupper on the loud pedal. We're back underway. Heading down towards turn number 1 as Shane Showtime Kelly gives chase.
Here we go. We're going to go right around the 5th position once again as that's Brett Rolls continuing to try to challenge the 28 car of Christopher Lewis. Caution flag's going to fly once again. It'll be Willie Howells, I believe. down there in 3 and 4. We're gonna go back and take a look at it, see just what happened to Willie. We'll join the chopper once again. Chopper footage provided. Oh, it wasn't. Willie Howell's just trying to miss a wreck. The main incident right there. We'll go back and show you. I didn't see it till he hit the chopper just now. Triton Temple in the 099. Robbie gonna clip the gate entry.
Yeah, caught the one thing everybody's afraid of catching. The thing will send you spinning when you hit it.
Here we go. We'll show it to you. Right there, collects the gate entry. Going to go around. Willie Howells, however, in that 4 car, went around. I at first thought that he had just went around. Turns out that he was just trying to miss a spinning Triton Temple.
Temple went spinning like a top down the backstretch after making contact with that opening there. That's the one thing that these drivers all said, that they wanted to avoid that opening, that cross gate.
Well, folks, we want to run down a few things while we're under caution here. First of all, the points battle coming in. It was Eric Tupper over Charles Hayes the third. There you see Eric Tupper, who's been nothing short of amazing tonight, going to continue to lead. Back there in the 9th positions, we're going to find 2nd place in points, Charles Hayes. One other thing we want to keep an eye on, Joey Lamb right now up from 12th to 6th, has picked up 6 positions. However, Joseph Halsey is up from 16th to 8th. Give that 8 positions to the driver out of the Midwest region. So a few battles to keep your eye on here as we continue to go back green once again. What do you say, Robbie? You've done such a marvelous job every other one. Go ahead and call the restart out.
Alrighty, flagman with flag in hand, waiting on Eric Tupper as he exits off of turn number 4. Tupper on the loud pedal, he's going to get away. Shane Kelly gives chase with the 14 in tow. I tell you, as they come off of turn number 2, Tupper is able to stretch it by about 7-8 car lengths over Showtime Kelly. Kelly, though, is going to have his hands full. The 14's beating on the back tank lid.
You see there the off the back facing cam of Shane Kelly, Braden Mickley all in it right now. Looks like we're gonna have another mix-up. I'm not exactly sure what it was for. Go back and take a look. As oh, it was for Trevor Baker. I'm just now getting the footage, so you're gonna see it as I see it. Baker gonna run down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Looks good there. Oh, gonna get the wall. There you see it. Got the wall, got the wheel hop, and collects Ronald Piles. Willie Howells almost did another one. Gonna escape without major damage. That's gonna send the 24 car to the pits as you see him go to work on that. Looks like he will beat the pace car out this time.
Howell's done a great job of wreck avoidance there.
Well, Robbie, 7 laps to go as we've seen 6 cautions tonight. This place brings the excitement, and tonight no different.
Yeah, most definitely. Like we talked about earlier, tight racing quarters. You know, we joke about Lima Land being like flying fighter jets in a gymnasium. Well, this right here is like trying to sail a battleship inside your normal local river. So,
river, this.
A lot of room.
I don't know about river, Robbie. This is kind of like putting a battleship in a bathtub.
This is true.
Not to upstage your river there, but you look at this thing, might kind of be like trying to navigate a battleship in a bathtub. Not a lot of room to do it. Nonetheless, we're going to get set to go. It'll be 5 laps to go next time by for Eric Tupper in the 115 car. Robbie, since I stole your thunder there, I'm going to go ahead and let you call out the restart.
Oh, my thunder. Oh, man, you said a better analogy. It's not stealing thunder. I'll tell you though, this right here, this is probably going to be our last attempt at this. Next flag's going to probably end this race. So whether we get the checker flag or the yellow flag, this is going to be for all the marbles. So you're going to have Tupper, the Rocky Top Outlaw, as we come off of 4, Flagman with the flag in his hand, and we are back underway. Tupper gets away down the front stretch.
Here we go. They're going to go through 1 and 2 right now. Single file around the top until you get back to around Christopher Lewis. He looked to the inside of Braden Mickley for just a second. Not going to quite get there. Going to drive it to the bottom once again. Mickley holds his ground. Meanwhile, here comes Brett Rolls. Joey Lamb. Lamb to Rolls. Oh! Big wreck.
Oh, wow.
Big wreck there down the front straightaway. Go ahead and take a look at it. I saw him starting to do battle, and
I believe he just went out of the truck.
yeah, unfortunately a rough ride for Brett Rolls, but with that rough ride, Robbie, you know what that means.
Oh, that means I got to go refill my Dramamine.
Here we go. You're going to see it from the gyro cam right now. Rolls going to chase it down the track. Started to try to come back up in the groove. It looked like maybe just a little bit Lamb there, and from there, boy, it was on. Out of the ballpark, as Robbie Buckner would say. Tough break for Brett Rolls in the 77 car. 2 weeks in a row, Robbie, he's been snake bit.
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely a rough time there for Mr. Rolls, but wow. That's all I can say is wow.
I'm going to go back and take one more look at this just to give you folks at home a better look at the caution.
Try the gyro cam again without the replay screen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that usually helps.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, we're going to get a look first. We'll do it with Brett Rolls first as... rough ride for Brett Rolls. And then we'll go back. I want to take a look at this from Joey Lamb's cockpit. Show you exactly what Joey saw. They're going to go down the back straightaway here. Everything looks good. Looks good. They're going to go off into turn number 3. Roll's going to chase it down. Begin to chase it down the straightaway right here. Lamb in the 81, nowhere to go. Oh, Robbie, that's going to do it. 1 lap to go, and we're going to finish this thing under caution tonight from the Williams Grove Speedway. Give the win to the Rocky Top Outlaw. 3rd on the season. That's going to be Eric Tupper.
Yeah, Rocky Top Outlaw comes out tonight, maximizes points, wins the fast time, wins his heat race, wins the pole dash, and now he's going to win your feature. Give it up for the Rocky Top Outlaw, Eric Tupper. I have a feeling we're going to see some donuts out of, or not really donuts. You don't really do donuts in sprint cars. You do more top hat spins, I guess is the best way to call it.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Nonetheless, you're going to see one excited Rocky Top Outlaw there in victory lane, Eric Tupper. Meanwhile, it's going to be Joey Lamb picking up 7 spots on his way from 12th to 5th. It'll be Joseph Halsey picking up 9 spots. Joseph Halsey going to be your hard charger. So we'll lead off our top 3 interviews with Halsey there, as you see Eric Tupper parked in victory lane where he awaits Robbie Buckner. But first and foremost, tonight's hard charger, that man right there out of the Midwest region, Joseph Halsey in the 23. He's
doing his own little bit of celebrating.
Doing his own little bit of celebrating, and, you know, quite a drive to celebrate. Tonight's Hard Charger Award being brought to you, as always, by Midwest Racing Development. Going to bring you your Hard Charger Award. That's going to go to the 23 of Joseph Halsey. Up 9 spots tonight, and he's going to be standing by with Robbie Buckner.
Joe Halsey, this is Robbie Buckner, Backwards Hat Production Booth. Got a copy, brother?
I sure do.
Well, how about that, man? Moved up 9 spots tonight to be tonight's Midwest Racing Development Hard Charger. Tell us about your night, brother.
It was a hard night. I hosted some practice sessions yesterday to get some time for setups, and Christopher Lewis helped me out with my setup, and it helped out a lot on the top side.
Heck yeah, brother. It's good to see you get up here and be able to mix it up with these guys tonight. I know qualifying and your heat race didn't go the way you wanted to, but you know, outside of maybe winning this thing tonight, ain't much more could have went right for you in that feature, could it?
I could have avoided a couple more incidences with other cars and just calmed down a little bit, probably ran better, but I've always been right there for the hard charger award, but missed it by a spot or tied for it, but tonight's the most important race.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Congratulations again on being tonight's Midwest Racing Development Hard Charger. Anybody out there you want to give a shout out to, brother?
I'd like to give a shout out to my family. You know, they got me into racing when I was a kid, and you know, my jobs that keep me working to pay for this.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, congratulations again on being the Midwest Racing Development Hard Charger, and we look forward to seeing you next week, brother.
All right, thank you.
Once again, that was Joseph Halsey going to pick up 9 spots tonight on his way from 16th to 7th. Grabs his first Hard Charger award, being brought to you by Midwest Racing Development. I believe Robbie is now standing by with our 3rd place finisher tonight, Braden Mickley.
Braden Mickley coming home 3rd place tonight. I tell you, Braden, heck of a run in your debut. Fast in your heat race, fast in the pole dash, fast in qualifying. You're going to come home 3rd tonight, brother. Tell everybody about your race.
Basically, I just tried to hang back and not wreck. The track was a little bit slicker than I had expected, but I was just glad to bring him in one piece in 3rd.
Well, I tell you, brother, for a debut race, you can't ask for much more than a podium finish. For the fans out there that maybe aren't familiar with you want to give everybody a little bit of background on who Braden Mickley is?
I'm from Biglerville, Pennsylvania, and part of PA Dirt Devils iRacing team. Go give our Facebook page a follow, PA Dirt Devils.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Again, solid night for you tonight. Your heat race finished 2nd. Whale of a job during the pole dash tonight. I tell you, man, everybody during the heat races and the qualifying was down towards the bottom. And then when we got to the race tonight, it seemed like everything moved to the top side all of a sudden. Was it that much of a dramatic change in the track prep?
I don't know if it was that much of a dramatic change. Personally, I wasn't real sure if my car would hook up on the bottom or not, so I just tried to stick with the top where I knew I was pretty quick.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, congratulations on a solid 3rd place finish in your debut. You gonna be back with us for the remainder of the season, or was this a one-off?
I'm hoping to be back the next couple races to finish out the season with you guys.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a huge shout out to?
Just my teammates at PA Dirt Devils.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Again, congratulations on a solid 3rd place finish, and we look forward to seeing you next week, or hopefully maybe we're talking to you in Victory Lane.
Thank you.
Once again, that was Braden Mickley, the newcomer, going to pick up a podium position tonight after starting 4th, works his way up 1 spot to 3rd. Robbie, I believe you're standing by now with a man who started 2nd, finished 2nd. A great night for the driver out of the Atlantic region, Showtime Shane Kelly.
I am Bradley. Showtime Shane Kelly with an awesome 2nd place run here tonight. Shane, what was it going to take to get around Eric Tupper, the outside outlaw, tonight?
I don't know if I had anything for him. I would have liked to seen it go green flag, a lot more green flag laps. I could feel like I was catching him a little bit longer he's going, but he was pulling away at the beginning. He might have been taking it easy on us there, but I would have liked to seen some more green flag laps and see what happened.
Well, yeah, most definitely, brother. I tell you, though, just top to bottom, got to be a solid night for you tonight. You know, we talked about your struggles the last couple of weeks, came back this week with the goal of running up front and staying up front. You definitely accomplished that. Started on the outside, finished 2nd. I mean, other than finishing 1 spot better, did this night go the way you were hoping?
Yeah, anytime you can run up front and complete the race without breaking it up. There's a lot of fast guys in here. It's a great leg to run. It's competitive. Congratulate to Eric. I heard you guys on the broadcast. I don't know what's going on with him, but I wish him the best, man, and prayers go out to him, whatever's going on with him. Congratulations to him.
Well, heck yeah, brother. I tell you, though, man, We got 2 races left in the season. Right now, the Rocky Top Outlaw now is in the lead for wins at 3. Your teammate, Torrin Top Shelf Shirts, is at 2. You got 2 races to go, man. Go out there, win both of them, finish tied for the wins, and possibly bring home a points championship.
Yeah, I missed one race this year, so it's going to hurt me. But the next 2 tracks coming up is my 2 favorite tracks. So I'm hoping to put on a show there and get up front and win the last 2.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, we look forward to it. And as always, you got anybody you want to give a huge shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, just my team, Midwest Racing Development. It looks like they had a rough night, but it happens. I mean, you have some bad races, but they're all fast. Just everybody, you guys for broadcasting. My dad, he's out there watching. My brother for getting me into iRacing. Just everybody that tunes into the best broadcast on iRacing.
Heck yeah, brother. Again, congratulations on a solid second place run tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week as you get ready to put on a show at Knoxville for all these fans. And for all you fans out there, again, that's Shane Showtime Kelly.
Well, a hard fought second place for Shane Kelly. You heard it there, folks. Maybe a few more green flag laps could have seen what he had to do with the winner. Big winners, I believe Robbie's standing by with him now. The Rocky Top Outlaw, Tennessee native, going to start first, bring it home first tonight. Eric Tupper.
Yes, sir. We're down here in Victory Lane with the Rocky Top Outlaw himself, Mr. Eric Tupper. Eric, max points night tonight. I know you came in here tonight with a heavy heart, with a lot weighing on your mind, brother. But I tell you, you put on a clinic for these folks out here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Track was in good shape. But the bottom seemed like it was gone after the track crew came out and did their work, and saw that in warm up and went to the top side as much as I could to get the bite and was able to hold off the guys behind me.
Heck yeah, we made note of the fact that me and you had talked about the fact that you were most comfortable down there on the bottom, but it looked like once this main event started tonight, the top side was where it was going to be, and you adapted quickly, moved to the top side. At one point during that little green flag run we had there, you had about a 15, 16 car length lead over second place. Were you just kind of rolling with it, or were you trying to stretch it out as much as you could?
No, I was hammered down, man. If I'm running up front like that, I'm going. The bigger the cushion I can get, the more comfortable I feel, and I would prefer to be farther ahead. If I got somebody on my butt, I tend to make mistakes. And I know Shane, he'll take advantage of any mistake that I'll make. So kudos to Shane for getting that second place.
Heck yeah, man, most definitely. I tell you, though, from down here in the Midwest Simulations, Victory Lane, it's been a while since we've seen you down here. But now it's your 3rd trip here. You take back over the lead for the most wins in the Russell Brown Race Cars 360s on Wing Thursday nights here on Backwards Hat Productions. Can we make it 5 and end the season with 3 in a row?
Oh wow, that's a big ticket right there. That's going to be really hard to do. Knoxville's a good track. A lot of these guys know their way around Knoxville. I like the track, Volusia as well. I struggle with Volusia, but I do like the track. So at least it's not like a Lima Land where I just don't like the track.
Well, most definitely, brother. I tell you though, man, it was good to see you get back to the old Rocky Top Outlaw ways and put yourself back on top of that mountain. I tell you, closest man in points to you, the 15 of Charles Hayes, had some trouble tonight. So you're going to stretch your point lead a little bit with max points tonight. That championship is getting closer. At this point, are we starting to think about the points, or are we still just going after wins each week?
Oh, the points are always in my mind. I gotta try to stay ahead of these guys. Like I said, mistakes and bad nights, or DNFs. That's not going to help us out. Gotta stay up top. Win races, top 5s. That'll get us the championship this year.
Well, heck yeah, brother. As always, before we end it off with you, anybody out there you want to give a huge shout out to?
Oh yeah, my team Har, they're always there to support me and tell me I did a good job, and run laps and practice and beat fenders, and well, these don't have fenders, but beat wheels, and get in comfortable and tight situations. It definitely helps when you get out there and you're actually racing under green flag conditions, and you got guys around you that are just as good, if not better, than you to race with. It definitely helps.
Well, heck yeah, brother. I tell you, once again, though, it's awesome to see the Rocky Top Outlaw back in victory lane again here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway and Midwest Simulations victory lane. Look forward to seeing you next week. Go for 2 in a row and see if we can't just close this season off the best way possible and win the last 2 and take this thing home.
Sure, there's other guys out there that would like to see their name up there in the victory lane circle.
Everybody wants to be in victory lane, man, because they get to talk to me.
Hell yeah.
We don't get the pretty trophy girls. We get me.
Right. There you go.
But I tell you though, Eric, again, congratulations, brother. Heck of a win. And again, thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family during your time of need right now, brother. If you need anything, don't hesitate to let us know. We'll help the best way we can. But celebrate and enjoy the victory, and we'll see you again next week, brother.
Thank you very much.
Once again from the Midwest Simulations victory lane, that was Robbie Buckner with a Rocky Top Outlaw. Eric Tupper, definitely a guy who raced with a heavy heart tonight and a lot of purpose. Good to see him pick up the win here tonight, Williams Grove Speedway. We want to mention our sponsors here at Backwards Hat Productions. Started off with the Ram series, Ram Designs. Kyle Ramsey and the crew putting out some of the slickest stuff, both asphalt and dirt. If you're in the market for a new virtual wrap, look no further than Ram Designs. NASCAR diecast fans, you can check them out on Facebook and Twitter. Always got some neat giveaways going on as they work closely with a group called Plan B Sales, and they're always your one-stop shop for all your up-to-date promo codes, release dates, everything in the diecast world. 5-Star Drafting Incorporated, our plans outrank theirs. That's our Florida partner. If you're in the market for that new forever home, or maybe just want some plans drawn up for a new business or structure, look no further than 5-Star Drafting. You can check out their Facebook pages. They are always uploading some quality content and homes that they have designed. Thompson Seed and Garden, Muskogee, Oklahoma. That's our Oklahoma partner there. If you're in the Muskogee area looking to spruce up those flower beds, maybe give that yard a brand new look, look no further than Thompson Seed and Garden. The Brake Shop, and also in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Specialize in brakes and muffler work. Nothing's going to get that car stopping faster, sounding better than our friends at the Brake Shop. Stop in, tell them Laurel Haven sent you. Well, another exciting night going to be wrapped up. Another exciting week here at Backwards Hat Productions going to be wrapped up with the 360 sprint cars. You can see us next week as we will kick things off with 2 races left to go on Sunday nights in the Ram Series late models, the crate late model division on the asphalt side of things. Robbie, we head to the Concord Speedway, and it's always an exciting show there from Concord, North Carolina. And, gonna see if maybe the newcomer Clayton Kurtz, I spoke with him just a couple days ago, and went on and on about the fun he's had running with that series in the past couple of weeks. And who knows, maybe we'll see the kid notch his name into the winner's circle.
Heck yeah. Should be a fun race to see if he can get it done. But I tell you, though, in order to do it, he's going to have to beat out some stiff competition. Those guys in that Narrative Coffee Company late models, they definitely put on a show week in, week out, just like these guys here in the Russell Brown Race Cars 360 Sprints. But it ought to be interesting to see how it goes.
Yep, and then we'll be back here Monday night with the Monday Night Thunder series. Live from the Pocono Speedway, the Tricky Triangle. Won't want to miss that action. Tuesday night will be off as always, but you can catch the NMNTS Racing Series B.A.Graphics Cup Division. They'll be from Pocono. It'll be a doubleheader at the Tricky Triangle this week, and Josh Medlock is always going to have the call with Robbie Buckner up there in the Max Speed TV booth. Wednesday night will be the final off night before we go back with the NMNTS Dirt Series and their coverage of the Short Track Nationals. Then we'll be back here Thursday night. As you heard it, Knoxville Speedway, the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, home of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, as they will do battle there with just 2 weeks remaining in that schedule. So definitely a lot of things to be up and coming in the coming up weeks here as we start to round out some more seasons with the Ram, and we get closer to the hunt and the chase and the NMNTS side of things. So definitely going to be exciting. Like I said, that is going to wrap up another week here at Backwards Hat Productions. We hope you've all had a great week and continue to have one, and on through the weekend. We hope to see you back here Sunday night with us, as Robbie Buckner will be back up in here in the booth with me on Sunday night when we get Terry Mason to do a little pit reporting for us.
Highly possible, never know.
Well, that's going to wrap it up once again. For Robbie Buckner, I am Bradley Wilson. This was Backwards Hat Productions. We hope you've all had a great week with us, and we look forward to many more here. Until then, have a safe weekend, and we'll see you back here Sunday night.